You know, there is no best camera on the market. Seriously. And no, I'm not going to say that the best camera is the one you have, because no, you do not have the best camera, and neither do I. You can't imagine how many times people have asked me what's the best camera. And honestly, I am tired of answering it. So, once and for all, there is no best camera, not even the one that you're currently using. Every camera has its shortcomings, no matter what the price is. Even a high-end camera worth 5 lakhs will have some deficiencies. Of course, these shortcomings can be totally subjective. A feature I might find indispensable might be something another photographer dislikes. So there is no perfect camera. Instead, there's a camera you can afford and a camera that's beyond your budget at any given point of time. So stop searching for the best camera and start looking for the camera that fits your type of photography within your budget. A wildlife photographer would need features like high frames per second, decent megapixels, and a good fast autofocus. Meanwhile, a wedding photographer might prioritize high megapixels over frames per second. A forensic photographer might be okay with average low light performance. However, a bird photographer would not compromise on that. The right camera for you depends mainly on two things: your budget and your photography genre. Whether it's Nikon, whether it's Sony, Canon, Leica, or any other brand. First, figure out the genre that you want to pursue. Then look for the right equipment. Camera companies design their models based on different genres like wildlife, weddings, sports, etc. They don't pack all the features into one particular gear, one particular camera. Not necessarily because they don't want to, but perhaps because the technology isn't there yet. For example, I would love a camera that shoots at 120 fps with 50 megapixels, but no brand offers that yet because the technology is perhaps not available. If you're starting, you might be looking for a perfect camera that can do almost everything, including capturing your cute family photos. But that's not how it works, friend. The deeper you go into photography, the more specific your needs will become. FX3 is a great camera for videography, but I wouldn't use it for stills ever. On the other hand, Alpha 1 was my favorite for wildlife until I got my hands on A9 Mark III, Alpha 9 Mark III with 120 fps. However, if till date, if I want to go for bigger prints, I'd go back to my old Alpha 1 because of the megapixels. To make the right decisions, you need to understand your niche. And not just that, you need to know the basics of photography. Learn those first. Then figure out your genre. If you want to make a career out of photography, you'll eventually have to specialize. You can't sail in different boats. It's unlikely to be successful in two different genres at the same time. Once you know your genre, list the features that are absolutely essential for you. The ones you can't compromise on no matter what. Write them down and set a budget cap for yourself. This will narrow down your choices. If you have a high budget, use your feature list to find out a camera that meets most of your needs. Then rent it for your next shoot to see if you were right about those features or not. This approach will give you much better clarity in choosing the right camera gear. I did it myself. For 3-4 years of wildlife photography, I rented my cameras and lenses until I found the perfect one for myself. Now, you might be concerned about the high rental prices, but then ask yourself, is it better to regret wasting 4,000 rupees on rentals or 4 lakh rupees on a wrong camera body? The answer is obvious, isn't it? Well, this was more of a venting session for me because seriously, no camera in the world is the best camera. And every time I'm on any social media platform or anytime if I meet anybody, people come and ask which is the best camera. Now you have your answer.